I use these 4 AI music tools to make money on Spotify, and I guarantee you everyone watching this video right now will be using at least one of them by the end of this video. Now, a few weeks ago, I showed you how I started making money creating AI music. If you haven't seen that video yet, here's a link to check it out. It should be up here somewhere. So I think AI music is one of the biggest money-making opportunities in the music industry right now because the game has just changed. And so in this video, I'm going to show you the tools that I use to build profitable AI music artists. Real quick though, before we get started, I need to warn you because this video will trigger some of you. You're going to see some mind-bending strategies that might make you scared of the future of the industry. So if you can't handle it, please leave this video. It's not for you. But for the rest of you, let's get started. All right, so one of the most important steps when making money with AI music is making sure you're creating it for a genre that has heavy demand. You need to find a gap in the market. Hear me out for a second. A gap in the market is an untapped niche where there's high demand from listeners but low supply of music. This is exactly what Justin Bieber's infamous manager Scooter Braun did. Here's how he approached it.
So I basically sat down, I looked for a gap in the marketplace. And I chose 3 different types of acts. One was what Asher was, which was someone who could really, really rap, but spoke to the white boy that Asher was, that loved hip hop, but didn't have anybody like them in hip hop, like, wearing flip flops. The other was this idea of the young Michael Jackson, big Michael Jackson fan. So when Michael was singing these angelic songs, you actually believed in love before you became an adult and got jaded because you had the angelic voice of a child speaking about love from the time you remembered it. And that's the whole, Justin filled.
Scooter basically used his instincts to identify a gap. This is extremely important, and we can now use data to do this for us. Let me show you. My favorite platform for analyzing music market data is called Ahrefs. Here's how I use it. First, I go to the Keyword Explorer. Then I type in star music, hit search, and then click matching terms. Now Ahrefs will find everything that people search on Google that ends with music. We're essentially using Google as a proxy to figure out which music genres are popular and untapped. So you can see from this dashboard that people are searching for calming music, sleep music, jazz music, country music, and hundreds of others. The key is to use this software as a foundation to build out your concept. As a rule of thumb, you want to pick a genre where there's not much competition because it will be much easier for you to stand out and get momentum in the market. If this is still unclear to you and you need a step-by-step tutorial on picking a genre, check out the video that I linked earlier because I did a complete walkthrough for you in that video. But before you watch that, there's an update that I need to tell you about because I have a new favorite platform for creating AI music. So if you want to create AI music, I highly recommend this platform that I'm about to share with you. It's called Udio. Now, in my last video, I told you to use Suno, but Udio just released their new AI model, and it's way better than Suno, so I switched. Udio gives you a bunch of free credits just for signing up, so you don't need to pay for this. So let me show you how to use it. But before I do, I want to show you an example of someone who's making a lot of money with this platform right now. He's making thousands of dollars per month. His account on Instagram is Beats by AI, and he's built up around 33,000 Instagram followers over the last couple months. Let's break it down to see how he's making the money. The first step is he creates 1 song a day using Udio and posts it to Instagram. The next step is adding a link in bio. You can see he's added a link in bio where he directs the traffic to his Spotify page. Now let's take a look at his Spotify page. You can see he has over 183,000 people streaming his music each month. So he's making thousands of dollars off this strategy. And he just started doing this a couple months ago. It's instantly profitable. Now let me show you how to use Udio. Let's say you want to create a country song about pickles. We'll enter the prompt, country pop song about pickles. Click create and wait about 30 seconds for the songs to generate. Udio always gives you 2 options, so when you click create, you'll get 2 songs to choose from. Okay, now we can see that it's finished generating. Let's listen to the first clip.
Oh, there's something about you and pickles. In the jar, you know how it tickles. When you smile and open up that lid, saving half, but we know what you did.
This is pretty great. It sounds super legit and it's pretty usable. But before we draw any conclusions, let's check out the next one.
When you bring me pickles from the store, it's just a little thing that I adore. The way you smile has got me feeling right. In the dark, you keep my love so tight. Oh, pickles in the pantry, light up the night. You love the...
This one's sounding much more modern, and honestly, I do like this one better than the first one. Now, I want to point something out that you've probably noticed. You may have seen that these are 30-second clips. Real songs are usually much longer, typically over 2 minutes long. I just want to point out that you can make these songs longer by swapping to the other Udio model. It just takes a bit longer to process. So that's really all you need to know to get started with Udio, but I will say that it can be nice to have more control over the type of voice used on the song. You can actually swap out the voices with a platform that just came out recently. It's called Kits AI. You may not know the name, but you've probably heard it before. Here's what I mean. Remember that guy that posted the fake Drake song that went viral? You know, this one?
She blessed, ayy, giving my best, ayy. Yeah, I got my heart on my sleeve with a knife in my back. What's with that?
That producer used Kits AI. They created the song, then overlaid Drake's voice using AI, so it sounds like Drake is singing it. You can do this with this platform. Kits AI is great because it lets you just focus on the high-level creative instead of getting into the weeds on everything. You'll need to cast a wide net and then study the data to see what's actually working in the market. Which brings us to the last AI music tool that I like to use. This tool shows me what's being streamed on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Deezer, and all the other streaming services. Some platforms will leave out certain streaming services, but this one aggregates them all. That's why I love it. It's called Toost. Toost is a music distributor and analytics platform. This means that they upload your music to all the streaming services, and then they show you how your music is doing in the market. Toost gives you a breakdown on which tracks are being streamed the most and in which countries. This is super helpful because in streaming, data is everything. When starting out, you might decide to make country music, lo-fi music, and rock music. Toost will aggregate your streaming data so you can see on which platforms and which markets each genre is getting streamed. This makes it really easy to double down and refine your strategy over time, which is really, really fundamental to basically being successful with AI music. So that's it for today's video. I'm thinking to make my next video about my AI music prompting formula, so if you want me to make that, comment AI music below and I'll make that for you. See you next time.